It's Friday, March 24th. This is News 8 Now, and I'm Linda Swinford. There is promising news when it comes to spring flooding. Risks for major flooding in the Quad Cities area have gone down dramatically. This week, the National Weather Service Quad Cities released its fourth spring flood outlook. Officials say the probability of major flooding in our area is now 67%, which is 15% lower than the previous outlook released earlier this month. The risk still remains above normal, but there's a lower chance of any spring flooding reaching major flood stage, which is 18 feet. But officials say a lot depends on the snowmelt up north.
We really shouldn't be letting our guard down quite so soon, just because that snowpack is still up there, and I guess you could say it's a little bit kind of like a ticking time bomb. What we do not want to see is that snowpack to remain mostly intact into mid to late April.
The last time the National Weather Service Quad Cities released 4 spring flooding outlooks was in 2019, when the QCA saw devastating flooding. From flooding to snow, let's check in with Andrew, who's tracking some snow for our region this weekend. Hey, Andrew.
Hey, Linda. Yeah, it seems like we're tracking everything but the kitchen sink at this point because we have a winter storm on the way for parts of the region before we get you into the weekend. We will start this out as an all-rain event. That will start after sunset this evening. Once we get to midnight, that switch to snow will occur, and it is likely going to pile up, especially for areas north of the Quad Cities. I'll show you that here in just a moment. So we'll start the weekend with some snow in the morning, but look at that. We're actually going to break into some sunshine, which means whatever snow does fall is already going to start to melt very quickly as we get to up to 49 for a high tomorrow. So we've got this winter weather advisory for areas north and northeast of the Quad Cities. It starts at 4 o'clock tomorrow morning, going until 1 in the afternoon. 3 to 5 inches of wet, heavy, slushy snow likely for those areas. So there you see the rain working in after sunset. That rain will be heavy at times, especially south and east of the Quad Cities. And then we see the snow take over after midnight. Good band of snow actually setting up over a good chunk of the region as we go into tomorrow morning. That will come to an end as we get towards the noon hour. News 8 app has everything you need to know in terms of how much snow you can expect in your hometown and when we could see yet another round of it as we get into next week. Just tap the app and you can track it all right there. Linda?
Thanks, Andrew. A Burlington firefighter is being remembered as a role model. The firefighters union says Ky Duttlinger died this week. He served with the fire department for more than 25 years. They describe him as someone who embodied the spirit that younger firefighters should aspire to. He worked in several roles as a firefighter, paramedic, engine driver, and instructor. A memorial service will be announced at a later date. The Whiteside County Sheriff's Department is investigating a single vehicle crash in rural Sterling. It happened just after midnight near Galt Road and West Lincoln Way. That's west of Sterling. Deputies say the 44-year-old driver was heading northbound on Galt Road when his vehicle crossed the southbound lane, went airborne, and rolled into a farmer's field. He was taken to CGH Hospital, where he is being treated for severe injuries. Whiteside County is reporting they only had 12 traffic stops and no DUI arrests during St. Patrick's Week. Sheriff Booker says his team was on high alert looking for impaired drivers. Despite the number being 0, their work to keep roads safe is a constant challenge.
That's our ultimate goal. We would love to have no arrest ever for DUI, but unfortunately that's not the case. And during this time, we're aggressively out looking for impaired drivers.
Meanwhile, Illinois law enforcement as a whole arrested more than 20,000 people for drunk driving last year alone. That's all the time we have for News 8 Now. Be sure to stay connected online when you're not in front of the TV. WQAD.com and our News 8 app for Apple, Android, Roku, and Fire TV are available anytime.